All right, so these are just some pork chops that I have here. I'm just separating them so that they lay flat in my 13 by 9 pan. Perfect. All right, now I'm gonna grab some chive and onion Philadelphia cream cheese. We're gonna go ahead and grab our scooper and grab a scoop of our cream cheese on top of each of our pork chops. This is just gonna be a delicious little marinade for our pork chops. If you've never had this before, you are missing out. It's so creamy and flavorful. It's literally my favorite way to cook pork chops, and it's so easy because it's all in one pan. Oh yeah, look how yummy that is. And if you want to use a different kind of cream cheese, you totally can. Just regular cream cheese works. I think there's like a chive and, or there's a garlic and herb. That's what I was trying to say. So once we get a scoop on each one, we're gonna go ahead and grab a little spatula and we're gonna flatten that out perfectly onto our pork chops. Oh yeah, I did let it soften a little bit so it'd be a little bit easier to manipulate, but I could have probably let it soften just slightly more.
Looks pretty soft, babe.
Yeah, but don't worry, the seasoning and the flavoring is gonna just melt and be so perfect on these little pork chops. Yum, yum. And you can make as little or as many pork chops as you like. This recipe is super versatile and delicious. Okay, let's kind of just get a nice layer of that cream cheese all over our pork chops. Yummy. Let's go ahead and grab a little bit more of that cream cheese so we can get some on that center part. Oh, this is gonna be good, you guys.
So are you supposed to lather the cream cheese across all of the pork chops, like
yes,
the whole top of it?
We want the whole pork chop covered in cream cheese. So I was using a tablespoon scooper, so a little bit more than a tablespoon for each pork chop should do the job. How does that look?
That looks good enough to me.
Yeah, I'm happy with that.
It'll melt right on top.
All right, now we're gonna go ahead and grab some chives. I have some fresh chives here, and I did wash these. I just put them back in the little container. We're gonna grab a few of these. They can get a little crazy. It's like my hair, but you know, we work with it. And we're just gonna chop some of these fresh chives right on top, just so we can get some real freshness incorporated into this dish. Oh yeah, this is looking beautiful. We're gonna use a lot of chives because that's really gonna pull in that flavor. And don't worry, we have some seasoning that's going with this. This is gonna be one of the best dinners I've ever made. So easy just to throw together on a weekday for a quick dinner when you get home from work and you're tired and you don't wanna think. You just wanna put things in a pan and bake and have a delicious dinner that people will talk about for years because it's so yummy.
Dude, that's a lot of green onions.
Okay, I'll stop then. It looks good to me though.
It does look good.
All right, now we're gonna go ahead and go in with some pepper. This is kind of a loud pepper grinder, so close your ears if you don't like the sound. Just make sure you get a nice, healthy amount of pepper on each one of our pork chops. Oh yeah, that looks good. All right, now I have some ground mustard, and this seasoning is optional. You can use whatever seasoning you like. I'm just using what my family likes, which, I mean, it's just me and my fiance. But you know what? We're gonna meal prep, so this is gonna be dinner for the week because there's so many pork chops.
You have to hit it.
Oh, see, you teach me so much.
Yeah.
Oh, look at that beautiful yellow on there. Perfect. All right, I know I'm gonna get some haters for this one, but I love the ranch seasoning, okay? I'm not gonna skip it. You can, but I'm not going to. It's gonna just really enhance all of that chive and deliciousness flavor. Ooh, look at that. I am so happy with how this is coming out.
This actually looks genius.
Right? All right, now for the real genius. I like a little crunch with my dinner. This is all soft and delicious and moist. So for some crunch, I have some garlic butter Ritz crackers.
Whoa.
Now, if you can't find the garlic butter, the original will work just as well. So we're gonna go ahead and crush up our Ritz crackers right inside of our bag so that we can get a nice little topping on our delicious pork chops. All right, so let's go ahead and sprinkle those Ritz right on top. It's okay if we have some bigger chunks in there because we love a big crunch. Oh yeah, see those ones? It's okay, we can just crunch it right up.
I've never seen anything like this.
This is how I like to do my green bean casserole too, with the Ritz crackers on top. I just love Ritz crackers. It's just such a better crunch than the fried onions, in my opinion.
I agree.
Okay, just really get a nice layer on top. You can add as little or as many as you want. Honestly, this part is optional. If you don't want the crunch, you can totally skip it. If you don't want the extra calories, don't put it on there. But for me, I love it. Okay, that looks good. We're gonna use about half of a little roll. Okay, you guys, this is ready for the oven. My oven is set to 350 and this is gonna cook for about 40 minutes. All right, while those pork chops are in the oven, I just whipped up some stuffing. I have the stovetop savory herbs. Give that a nice little mix. It has the butter and the hot water in there and it looks so good. So this is gonna be our side dish, but we're not just gonna make, you know, plain old stuffing. We're gonna make this extra delicious. And what we're gonna add to this is just a little bit of applesauce. I grabbed the unsweetened applesauce, or I mean the no sugar added, which is unsweetened. And we're gonna add a little bit right in there. Not too much, maybe about half a cup. Yum.
Applesauce and stuffing?
Yes, it's actually life-changing. This is how I like to make my stuffing for Thanksgiving. And I love to eat, you know, applesauce and pork chops together. So that's why I decided to whip this up with my pork chops. Ooh, look how delicious this is. I mean, stovetop is good, but when you add to it, it just makes it even better.
Interesting.
All right, now we have one more thing I'm gonna add to this just to give it a little burst of flavor. I have some dried cranberries. Now this is optional. Obviously you can make whatever sides you want with your pork chops, but I really just wanted that applesauce and pork chop combo.
And it said 50% less sugar on there too.
Yeah, see, we're making it healthier. I'm not saying healthy, you guys. You guys always come at me. I'm just making it healthier, okay? Oh, look how beautiful those cranberries look. All right, you guys. Now this is ready to go on the side of our pork chops. Let's go ahead and check those out. Oh my. This looks so good and it smells even better.
It's so crunchy.
Okay, we gotta have that crunch. Let's go ahead and get a pork chop. I'm gonna get this one. Oh yeah. Oh, that cream cheese on there. This is gonna be good. Delicious. Okay. Now we're gonna get some of that stuffing that we made. Oh my, this is gonna be the best dinner ever. This is just gonna be my first serving. I'm gonna have multiple pork chops and multiple scoops of my stuffing, but let's go ahead and see that perfectly cooked pork chop. Oh yeah, it cuts like butter. Oh my, have you ever seen anything so perfect?
It looks juicy and literally perfectly cooked.
Yeah, that's the cream cheese for you. Okay, let's go ahead and give it a try.
Oh, whoa, 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 whoa. Let's see. Is it good?
That is the best pork chop I've ever eaten.
Try the stuffing, try the stuffing.
Sorry, Dad. All right, let's go ahead.
Did you just diss your dad's pork chops? I'm telling him.
Got your shell pasta. I'm gonna grab some chicken broth. Cover that pasta with your broth. All right, and I'm gonna grab some heavy whipping cream, make this a little creamy. What we're making here today is my famous 3 cheese pasta. So it's gonna be super creamy, super good.
The chicken broth smells so good.
Right?
Yeah.
All right, I'm gonna grab some pepper. And then I have some parsley flakes. And don't worry, we're gonna get to that cheese. We just gotta make sure this is well seasoned first. And I personally love garlic in my pasta, so I'm gonna go ahead and get some garlic in there.
Preferably minced garlic.
Yeah, makes it easier. It really just brings flavor to the pasta. Perfect. And just kind of mix that in there like that.
Garlic has a crazy good aroma.
Right? All right. Now that we got all that boring stuff out of the way, it's time for the cheese. I'm gonna start with some mild cheddar.
Mild cheddar. Yeah. That's the type of kind that just melts.
Right? Just melts. Okay, and then of course wouldn't be pasta without mozzarella. Now the best part about this recipe is you can just use whatever cheese you have at home. You don't have to go out and buy special cheeses. If you have Parmesan, you can use Parmesan. I mean, just whatever you have. If you have a 4 cheese already shredded, then you can do that. Just whatever cheese you like and you have. Okay, now I did say this is a 3 cheese, so I'm gonna add 1 more cheese. My personal favorite, Colby Jack. Can't go wrong with Colby Jack. Ooh, look at that. This is gonna be the most cheesiest, creamiest pasta you've ever had. Okay, just a little bit more right there.
Looks so good. And the chicken broth, it just will add flavor to the actual noodles.
Right. Okay, so this is just gonna be the easiest, most delicious dish. That's it. It's already ready.
Awesome.
Yeah. Let's go ahead and look at that bottom. See all those pasta. Ooh, with the heavy whipping cream.
Yeah, it's gonna be great. It's gonna be so silky smooth.
Okay, I have my oven set to 350 and you're gonna cook it for 40 to 45 minutes. So quick.
Perfect.
At that.
Oh my goodness.
Doesn't that look so good?
Looks amazing.
All right, now let's go ahead and mix this all together. Get all that creamy cheese. Oh, look at that.
Look at that.
Looks so good.
Looks amazing. The steam is just going all the way up.
Okay, melt all that goodness together. The pasta's perfectly cooked. Ooh. I did mine for like a little less than 40 minutes actually. Okay.
This is great. Are you gonna
yeah, let's serve some. All right, let's get some.
Yeah, get a piece with a lot of cheese. Yeah, there you go. That looks good.
Okay, perfect. Let's go ahead and try some of this.
Good. Must try.
Best pasta ever. All right, those were our lean hamburger patties. Next, I'm coming in with some red enchilada sauce, and we're just gonna drizzle a little bit on each one of our patties. You don't need too much, about a tablespoon should do it. And you can use whatever enchilada sauce you like. This one is just my favorite. So we're gonna make sure to get a good amount on each of these patties, just like so. And I have my little brush here to make sure it gets from edge to edge. These are gonna be the most delicious oven-baked hamburgers that you've ever had. It's unlike anything I've ever made before, but it is so tasty. So we have that delicious enchilada sauce just soaking on those patties. And now I'm gonna come in with my diced green chilies. You can use jalapenos if you like a little bit of heat, but we're gonna go ahead and kind of just get those green chilies beautifully placed on top of our patties with that enchilada sauce. If you couldn't tell, we're kind of going for like a Mexican cuisine inspired patty, and this is just gonna taste so incredible. It is one of my favorite things I make. Yum. All right, now I have some diced red onion, and just like with the green chilies, we're gonna just do a nice little tablespoon right on top and kind of get it spread out. I did buy these pre-diced because I hate crying, but obviously you can dice them yourself. You can do a yellow onion or a white onion, but these are gonna be so flavorful. These onions already smell so good, and this is gonna just add the heat. All right, now to play on those Mexican flavors, I am gonna top this with some taco seasoning, and we're gonna do a nice little, heavy sprinkle, I guess, on each of these. That looks about right. Yummy. All right, I'm gonna move this to the side and bring in my pepper jack cheese. This is just the block, but you can buy the shredded if you can find it. And we're just gonna go ahead and cut some thin slices, the best we can, out of our block, because this is gonna be our cheese for our burger. But you could also do a Monterey Jack. I kind of like the heat in the pepper jack, which is why I chose it, and I think it complements the enchilada sauce and the green chilies. But if you don't want too much heat, you can do a cheddar, you can do a Mexican shredded cheese, whatever you like, I think will be absolutely delicious on here. But we just wanna make sure that this gets nice and cut. All right, now that that's nice and cut up, we can come back in with our burgers, and we are just gonna place our cheese right on top. I think 3 little slices should be perfect. Doesn't matter how you place it, as long as each burger gets some cheese. Oh my goodness, it's gonna be so good. We have our hamburgers, the enchilada sauce, the green chilies, the onions, taco seasoning, and now this delicious cheese that's just gonna melt so beautifully on top of these burgers. And we do have a surprise for the end that I think everyone will love. So let's go ahead and get this in the oven. My oven is set to 375, and this is gonna be in there for about 50 minutes. Oh my, these look absolutely incredible. I'm gonna go ahead and put these to the side. And I have here my flour tortillas. These are the fajita style. And we're gonna start off with one, but we are using these as our buns for our Mexican inspired burger. Now I have some guacamole that I'm just gonna spread on here. You can use some salsa, you can use whatever you like. And we're just gonna do a nice layer of that right on there. I think that looks absolutely perfect. We're gonna grab one more because this will be on top. But let's grab our burger. Oh my goodness. Kind of just grab it and leave that grease behind. Put that right on top of the guacamole. Put our other tortilla on top, kind of smush it so that it stays together. And then let's cut into this. All right, you ready?
I'm so ready.
Oh yeah, perfectly cooked. Kind of just holds that burger right in place with that guacamole. Let's give it a try.
Is it good?
That is incredible. Oh my goodness. You guys have to try this. Okay, so we just have some chicken breast here, some big ones. Go ahead and flip those babies over, just like this. Oh yeah. Okay, now I'm gonna go ahead and wash my hands. My hands are clean. I'm gonna go ahead and grab some tomato paste and a spatula, and we're gonna go ahead and put a nice layer of tomato paste on each of our breasts, just like this. A nice layer. This one could use a little bit more. Okay. This is gonna be so good, you guys. A little bit more on that edge. And we're using this whole can, so you don't have to worry about this cross-contamination that's happening between the can and the chicken, because this whole can is going to use. Perfect. Now I'm gonna go ahead and grab some mozzarella cheese, and I'm gonna use this whole bag right on top of that tomato paste, just like this. Spread it out. Beautiful. Now it's time for some seasoning. I'm gonna grab some Italian seasoning and sprinkle it on the entire dish. This is gonna be so good and so delicious. Just a quick weekday dinner. You can use the tenderloins if you want it to be even quicker, but I grabbed the breasts today. Beautiful. I'm gonna get some parsley flakes, and you can season this to your liking. I'm just using my favorite like Italian dish seasonings. Look how good that's looking.
It smells phenomenal too.
Yeah, and all that cheese and that tomato paste is just gonna soak into that chicken and be so good. I'm gonna finish off my seasoning with some garlic salt. I love garlic and I love salt, so this is my favorite seasoning. Beautiful. All right, now for the fun part. I'm gonna go ahead and grab some pepperoni because these are pizza chicken. Isn't that delicious?
Oh, it's like a chicken parmesan, but literally chicken pizza.
Yeah, with pizza toppings. And there's no breading in there, so it's, you know, less calories. It's literally all the good things about chicken and pizza in one.
Yeah, this is super low carb.
Yeah, it's no carb, right?
Pretty much, yeah.
Okay.
Maybe the seasoning.
Just quickly put your pepperoni on there, and you can do whatever toppings you like, but I love olives with mine, so I'm gonna sprinkle in some olives. It's okay if they fly off because it's just gonna cook with all those juices. Oh yeah.
I wonder how many of your followers like olives.
I don't know, you guys let me know in the comments. Are olives a go or no? All right, and to finish off this beautiful pizza chicken, I have some chopped up bell peppers, because I love bell peppers, and look at that color it adds to the dish. You can't be mad at that.
Those are so nicely cut. Who cut those for you?
You did.
Yeah.
Okay, and just place them here and there so that they cook with that chicken and that cheese for delicious dinner. All right, now this baby is ready. I'm gonna top mine with foil. It's gonna cook for 50 minutes with the foil and 10 minutes without the foil, for a total of 60 minutes.
It's cooking it for an hour, essentially.
Yeah, an hour, but you need that foil on there for 50 minutes. Okay, let's go ahead and look at that bottom real quick. See those breasts in there? Oh, this is gonna be so good, you guys. All right, and my oven sits at 350. Would you look at that? It looks so good. Okay, got a little bit of browning from that last 10 minutes. Oh my gosh. I'm so excited to try this delicious pizza chicken. Okay. Let's get a nice. Oh, that cheese pull. That's what we want. Doesn't that look so good?
It smells delicious. It looks delicious. I want to see you cut into this.
Okay. Mmm. Ooh. I'm so excited to try this, you guys. Okay.
It's hot.
Yeah, it's steaming.
It's good.
That is so good, you guys. You gotta try it. Okay, so we started off with 1.5 pounds of cooked ground beef, a cup of diced yellow onions, and then 2 cans of our Manwich Original Sloppy Joe sauce. This is gonna be such a delicious dinner. All you need is a few ingredients. You can add some additional seasoning if you like, but I really love the flavor of the Manwich. It is so yummy. And we're just mixing all 3 of these ingredients together to get a nice blended meal. This is the best way to make sloppy joes. So easy. Your kids will love it, your husband will love it, and you will love it. Okay, just make sure everything is coated in that yummy Manwich. Now, if you wanna make your own sloppy joe mixture, go for it. You really only need barbecue sauce, ketchup, Worcestershire sauce, just a few things like that, and you have a homemade sauce. But we're making it super easy today for you guys. Okay, once we get that nice and spread out, we're on to the next step, and that, of course, is gonna be some sharp cheddar cheese. Now we gotta go ahead and shred our cheese. So I have my cheese shredder here, and we're gonna pop this baby in here, and hopefully it won't give us a hard time. And we're shredding it right up. Make sure you get it out. I love this shredder, it's so easy, and everyone always says fresh is better. So I'm listening, I'm shredding it for you guys, but obviously you could buy already shredded cheese if you want to make it even easier. Okay, we just used up the rest of that block of cheese. Make sure you get all that goodness out. And now this is ready for our sloppy joes. And we are just spreading this edge to edge on our 13 by 9. I did not grease my 13 by 9. You don't need to because that sauce is nice and saucy and it won't stick to your pan. Okay, and just get all that delicious sharp cheddar on here. We might actually not use all of this, but that's okay. I'll just put a lid on this bowl and I'll have some fresh cheddar cheese for my next dish. Okay, that looks just about right. Now, instead of buns, we are gonna do some biscuits. Go ahead and open these up. Get a few out. And then instead of just putting these on top, I'm gonna grab my kitchen shears and we're gonna cut these into fourths, just like that. And we'll just plop them right on top of our casserole dish, just like so. This just helps get a more covered surface for your sloppy joe casserole. Okay, so I ended up using about 12 biscuits. Now I'm gonna bring in my melted butter and we're gonna do a quick butter brush on these biscuits so that they get extra brown and golden and just so perfect for our dinner. Obviously this part is optional. They will still get nice and fluffy and delicious even without the butter. I personally just think butter makes everything better, so I'm gonna use it every time. Okay, go ahead and get these nice and coated and ready for the oven. All right, my oven is set to 325 and this is gonna cook for about 35 minutes. Oh my, this smells incredible. Buttery biscuit goodness and the sloppy joe bottom. It is time to get right into it. Oh my goodness. Okay, I gotta make sure to get a good piece. Ooh. Oh yeah, look at those biscuits. They cooked perfectly. Ooh, yummy. Time to dig in. Perfect bite. Mmm. Mmm. All right, this is just my pasta that I cooked al dente. Go ahead and spread that in our 13 by 9 pan. Delicious. Now I'm gonna grab a stick of melted butter and just pour that right on top. Beautiful. All right, now we're gonna grab some sharp white cheddar. I'm using the Tillamook, and we're gonna go over to our cheese grater. And we are gonna use a lot of cheese for this. All right, so we are making a mac and cheese, and of course you cannot do mac and cheese without a lot of cheese, but what's gonna make this so much better than any traditional mac and cheese is this white cheddar, okay? If you have not had a white cheddar mac and cheese, you have not lived. It is the best mac and cheese in the world. It just tastes gourmet and so good. All right, our second block of cheese. Go ahead and grate that baby up. All right, it's 2 blocks of cheese, all shredded up. Move this out of the way, get all that cheese out. Beautiful. Now we have this beautiful big pile of cheese, and that's going right inside our pasta dish. Yum, yum. Okay, go ahead and get that all in there. Our white cheddar, this is gonna be delicious. Beautiful. Go ahead and mix that in. It might be a little out of control because there's so much cheese, but trust me, it's all worth it. We want it to be very blended in with that pasta. And I love shredding my own cheese because it just is so much creamier than buying the already shredded, so much less processed, and just fresh and delicious. And Tillamook is the best brand for, you know, butter, for cheese, and ice cream. Okay, that looks nice and well blended. Let's go ahead and clean up our workspace real quick. All right, now that we're all ready for the next step, I'm gonna grab some whole milk, and we are gonna use about 4 cups of whole milk, and this is a 4-cup measuring cup. I'll show you guys in a second. So this is gonna be the perfect size. So 4 cups of whole milk. You can use whatever milk you like, but the whole has the best fat for our mac and cheese. And we're just pouring that right in there. Beautiful. Now to counteract all that liquid, we are gonna grab some flour. Excuse my old crusty bag. We're gonna do 1/2 cup of flour, just super quick. It doesn't need to be sifted or anything like that. Just 1/2 cup. Beautiful. And we're just gonna sprinkle that right in there. Perfect. Now, for the fun part, what goes best with white cheddar? Bacon. And I just cooked this bacon up. We are gonna go ahead and use our kitchen shears and cut them into our mac and cheese. Oh my goodness, this smells so good. I love bacon. Now, if you're a vegetarian, you can totally skip this bacon, but this is not for vegans, you guys. It has so much cheese and has the milk. So let's just make this for the meat lovers. It's gonna be so delicious. I'm using about 6 pieces of bacon, but you can use as little or as many as you want. You can even use the already, you know, bits of bacon if that's your style. Sometimes I like to use those. Sometimes I like to make my own bacon. It's totally up to you. Okay, we're almost done here. Just get all those bacons. Get them. We can just rip up these last few. Some of these pieces are a little bit bigger than the others, and that's okay. All right, now we're gonna go ahead and give this another mix. Get all that milk and that flour and that bacon combined in with that pasta and that cheese and that butter. Don't forget the butter, you guys. I know this isn't my standard kind of pasta dish. I usually use, you know, uncooked pasta and like some kind of soup, but this one is gonna be so much better than any other pasta dish I've ever shown you guys. And it's worth, you know, buying that flour, buying that milk, because it's gonna be super creamy, super delicious. It's worth shredding that cheese because it's just gonna come together so beautifully. Oh, like look at all those flavors and those colors. You cannot tell me that this isn't gonna be incredible. All right, we're almost well mixed, and then we're gonna give this a little bit of seasoning, nothing crazy, because we don't wanna take away from that white cheddar flavor. Beautiful. All right, we're gonna start with some pepper. Just really cover up the whole dish with pepper. When you think there's enough, there probably isn't, and just keep going. Beautiful. And I use unsalted butter, so I'm gonna go ahead and just add a little bit of sea salt to mine. Totally optional. Like I always say, the salt is optional if you're worried about the sodium. Now, it wouldn't be my kind of macaroni without a little bit of garlic powder. And I know this is gonna make some people mad, but garlic powder just tastes amazing, and it's gonna complement that white cheddar beautifully. All right, this is ready for the oven. Let's just give it one more mix to make sure all those seasonings are inside the dish, covering everything. Oh my goodness, look how easy that was. Just a few fresh ingredients all in here with our pasta. And you know what? If you want to complain about me using boxed pasta, you can make homemade pasta. Do whatever you like. But I love boxed pasta, and I honestly don't have time to make homemade pasta. But if you have a great homemade pasta recipe, put it down in the comments, share it with my followers. I'm sure they'll check it out because they like homemade stuff as well as my easy, quick recipes. All right, this is looking beautiful, you guys. Go ahead and spread it out, get it nice and evenly distributed as it was before. And this is ready for the oven. So it's set to 350, and we're gonna check on it in about 25 minutes. All right, guys, so it's been closer to 35 minutes. I know I said 25, but it was actually 35. Look how gorgeous that is looking. But you know, any good mac and cheese needs some breadcrumbs. I'm just using the plain. If I had panko breadcrumbs, I would use those. But I'm just gonna do a nice little dust right on top. Ooh, just gonna add like a nice little crispy layer on our mac and cheese. And I don't like to add this right away because I did mix this a little bit before adding these breadcrumbs, but that looks gorgeous. This is gonna be ready in about 15 more minutes, and then it's gonna be delicious. Oh my goodness. This smells absolutely incredible, okay? This is probably the best mac and cheese I've made yet. Let's go ahead. Oh yeah, see all that liquid was mixed in. Oh, white cheddar mac and cheese with a crispy breadcrumb top. My mouth is watering. I am too excited to try this. That is so good. We gotta try it. All right, we're starting off with some Italian style meatballs in our 13 by 9. Gonna lay those flat just like so. Next, I'm coming in with some diced tomatoes, and we are gonna just sprinkle those right on top of our meatballs. Kind of spread them from edge to edge. They'll fall in between the meatballs, get them nice and juicy. Next thing we're coming in with is some marinara. You can use whatever marinara you like. I've never tried this one, so I'm gonna give it a try today. Hopefully it is delicious. Usually I go for the Rao's, but today we are doing a new sauce. Rao's is getting too expensive for me. Okay, get all of that out. We're using the whole jar. Come back in with our spatula and get that spread from edge to edge. This is gonna be such a tasty kind of Italian, American dish, however you wanna say it. It's my style and that's the way I like it. We have some whole milk ricotta cheese, which is gonna make this extra creamy, extra delicious. And we are gonna add scoops of ricotta to our dish, just here and there. It's gonna melt in the oven and be so delicious. Go ahead and do this. And if you don't like ricotta, you can use cream cheese. You can use cottage cheese, whatever your palate likes, just go for it. All of my dishes are customizable. This is just gonna be, you know, a quick dinner, so you can swap out whatever you like. All right, one more time with that spatula and kind of just press down that ricotta, get it marbled into our sauce and our diced tomatoes. This is gonna be so yummy. I mean, just look at that creaminess with that marinara. It doesn't get any better than this. All right, we're almost done here. We are gonna grab some fresh mozzarella. You can use mozzarella slices if you prefer, but I love how thick these little slices are, and these are gonna go right on top of the entire dish. Kind of just lay them however you like. We wanna make sure that every bite has some mozzarella, so we are gonna use this whole entire package and just lay them just like so. Delicious. Okay, the best part, save the best for last, we have some Texas toast. And we're placing our Texas toast right on top of here. Oh my goodness, it smells so good, you guys. You can make your own garlic bread if that's what you prefer, but I love Texas toast. It is just the best, and it's gonna crisp up right on top of our meatball casserole and be such a complimentary flavor to everything else. And look, one package fits perfectly for our 13 by 9. Oh my goodness, my mouth is watering. Okay, so my oven is set to 350 and this is gonna bake for 40 minutes. All right, dinner is ready. Oh, it smells so good. All I can smell is the Texas toast, but I know everything else is gonna be delicious. Okay, we're just gonna go right in, get our meatballs, get our everything. All right, here looks so good. All right, let's give it a try. Woo, that toast.